Hello, YouTube. Of course, if you haven't heard the story, of course, everybody and their mothers have heard this. The whole issue with what Shane Dawson went through with his channel and his video being taken down for supposed copyright. I'd just like to give my thoughts on this, where the whole thing is, I pretty much sympathize with Shane Dawson. He has the right to be pissed off about him getting his video pulled from YouTube because for copyright. But in my understanding, it's a parody. Parodies are perfectly normal under certain copyright laws. Parodies are considered fair use. So here's the thing. Bart Baker also made a parody for Taylor Swift's Blank Space, and that is still up. And yet they penalize Shane Dawson. There are other parodies for Blank Space, and Shane Dawson is the one singled out. It's like, if you want to, it's more or less, if you take one down, take them all down. But here's the thing of this. This is more or less a lack of freedom of speech. It's more or less, if you don't like the content in that parody, they have the right to flag it for copyright. And plus, his channel was also taken down for this, and plus, I myself, as a content provider and partner for YouTube itself, would be pissed off too. And especially if this was my job, and yes, YouTube, I have come to terms that YouTube is a job for certain people. But due to the fact that Shane Dawson also has a network partnership with a multi-channel network, his channel came back. Happy that the whole thing is happy that Shane Dawson got his channel back, which for smaller people, they would have to start a whole new channel. Due to the point on this is which some of his fans have went to the actual video, started flaming the hate, which that's the only point that I have a little problem with, is which I understand you want to help him get something back that he worked hard on to edit, write the lyrics, edit, film, so and so like that. He was pretty much happy about this video. But one thing is, my problem is, the whole thing is, like, some of the fans might just make the thing a lot worse. And, like, I do applaud the fact that Shane Dawson is deciding to fight this decision, because I think this is pretty much a freedom of speech, it kind of like restricts your ability of freedom of speech. If somebody doesn't like what you put in that parody, they can get it pulled just like that. And that is pretty much restricting our freedom of speech to say or do whatever the fuck we want here on the internet. And yes, Shane Dawson should get that video back. Because, like, Sony has bigger fish to fry over other than taking down somebody's parody. They had got terrorist threats from hackers over a movie where they bowed down, took it up the ass from those terrorists to the point where they originally pulled the movie The Interview from theaters, in which they are planning on bringing that movie back. I think mainly because a lot of people here on YouTube pretty much called Sony out on their BS. And I wouldn't pretty much put it past Taylor Swift that she would have gotten this parody pulled herself, because she also got a bunch of her songs pulled off of Spotify. Because she actually wants people to pay for money to pad her bottom line. So, Shane Dawson, hope you get your video back. Hope you win this battle. And just to say in this whole thing is between Shane Dawson, YouTube, and Sony, so let them come to an agreement. Hopefully his video comes back. And this is just my 2 cents on the whole thing. Peace the fuck out.